Good morning, guys.
Good morning. And how do you do?
I'd like to introduce myself to you.
My name is Rosie.
What?
And I'm the...
Good morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. My name is Yamiche Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? We're trying to, you guys hold fast. How are you doing this morning?
You have to open it because I can't.
I kind of knocked the holder down. I got it. Well, you... Okay. Well, hold on, y'all. I think you broke it.
I didn't break it. That was you. You're the one who made it fall.
We're doing a whole lot this morning. How about that?
I like this camera better.
Why not, Lynn? Okay, I got a new phone because I was ready to throw mine out the window yesterday. Where my glasses that were sitting right there. And so it's too big for my holder. So it's acting like it doesn't want to do right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. We're having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. There you go.
All right. I don't know. Something you did allowed me to join.
I clicked
so I'm
add.
not sure.
I just
okay.
I don't know.
It wouldn't allow. It didn't give me any options.
Oh, that's strange.
For some reason, yeah.
Good
morning, y'all. How you doing? It's Friday.
Yes, to the ma'am.
Friday. I guess we need to get to a point where we say it's Monday. Right?
Rosie said no.
How do you get to that point where you say it's Monday? Yeah, Rosie, you got to be happy about every single day. That's what I'm trying to get at, y'all. Yep. We're having some true confessions and conversations over here today, y'all. I will be brief today because we will be coming back live tonight for our celebrations for our 1-year anniversary. So you guys,
I forgot.
Ready? Oh, wow. That's okay. I reminded you. We can do that later. All right. But definitely we will be going live tonight, guys. We'll put that up for you. Yeah, I know. See, Jojo, I'm not even mad at you. You planned a girls' night and then you forgot about it. Okay? I'm not
Why
mad
you gotta tell on me though, Lynn?
Why did you do that all the time?
What we not fixing to do?
I have something to do. You planned it and you signed me up and you forgot that I had to do it.
What we not fixing to do is talk about Mama and JoJo. That's what we not fixing to do.
You signed me up for it.
Listen, Linda.
How did you forget?
I admitted to Lynn yesterday my calendar.
You clander.
Get out the car. Ain't you got somewhere to go? Ain't you got school to go to?
I don't have nobody to bother except for you.
You're sick. Why are you talking?
It gives me great joy.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure it does give you great joy. Can y'all not talk about me? Lynn, can you please? Can y'all give us a still break this morning?
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay, guys, then we moving right along to these financial confessions and conversations this morning. Just don't y'all forget to join us tonight when we go live for our celebration tonight, guys. So I don't know if you've been paying attention this week, but let me help you out for a minute. Let me summarize the financial conversation that's been happening this week. Good morning, Miss Margaret. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, it's Friday. We having fun. All of this is out of love for each other. We got to help keep each other on track. If we don't, who's going to do it, right? So with that said, guys, just recapping this week. This week has been amazing. It's transformational if you've paid attention, if you are going in and doing the work. We kicked off on Monday. Good morning, Minister Valerie. Thank you for joining us as well. So guys, we kicked off this week talking about how do you invest with $500. And we talked about 3 different vehicles that you can actually use to invest to make your money, keep your money, and grow your money. I'm Lynn Demmons, y'all, America's #1 financial rebound coach. Yeah, I said it, America's #1. If you're ready to talk to me so you can go ahead and move to your next, figure out what's the best vehicle for you, what's the best next step you should take, go to bit.ly/talk to Lynn. That's bit.ly, bit.ly, bit.ly/talk to Lynn, so that you can go ahead and get these things moving in the right direction. So how did we start the week? We started the week out talking about how do you use $500 to start investing in the market? And we gave you different vehicles that you may use to move in that direction. Not only did we tell you how you can get started investing in the market, I also shared with you how you can take $500 and start investing in real estate. Gave you 2 different options there. If you missed these videos, guys, they are jam-packed. They are quick, but they are jam-packed with information that's going to help you to transform your financial life if you do your due diligence. The third thing we talked about on Wednesday was how do you take $500 and start a business, guys? Those are the 3 vehicles that the wealthy use to make their money, keep their money, and grow their money. So you figure out where you fit in that situation so that you can get started, start transforming, and moving to your next steps as well. Adios, Rosie. I see you messing with your mama big time over there today.
Okay,
Big time.
she realized that I was sick after I kissed her and then kissed me.
So I did it like that, and I wiped my kiss off. I'm about to sanitize.
Mom!
I love you, boo, but we not. I have given her elderberry. We've had honey and vinegar. Homegirl has got all the home remedies to have a successful day at school. So
Okay.
I'm about to Lysol.
Are you about to Lysol your face?
I'm about to Lysol. You think I'm joking? I'm getting a hand sanitizer right now. I'm not playing with you. I ain't got time to be.
You just started Lynn a little.
I started Lynn.
Yeah.
Lynn, listen, Lynn. What I ain't got time for.
Listen,
If y'all
Lynn.
remember, all of April, I didn't work the whole month of April because I was sick.
I wonder how that happened.
It was get out my car, Lynn. Please carry on. Because of you.
All right. Have a great day, Rosie.
Bye.
But guys, why was I going back and sharing all of those great things that we talked about this week? We also talked about yesterday, how badly do you want it? How badly do you want what it is that you want? Developing those goals, following through on it with a plan, and actually implementing it, even if it hurts, right? How do you actually keep it moving so that you build the momentum to get to your next? Make your money, keep your money, grow your money. That's what it's all about, guys. It's very important that what I wanted to share with you today, guys, is investment diversification is a concept that many financial planners share or financial gurus share, but I wanted to take it a little bit deeper than what just the top investment advisors will recommend that you do. And I wanted to go over some examples so that you have a true concrete example, right, of what this looks like as you move forward. So diversification, we know that diversification, anything that's related to diversity means that there are differences, right? So diversity in a workplace means that you have different races that are working in that location. Male and female are represented. So you have the gambit represented in that organization. Diversification within your monies is represented in the same fashion, okay? So when we look at that, what are the different vehicles for diversification is what I wanted to share with you. But an important point, guys, as you're going through this process, there are members, financial members who should be on your team that help you make your money, keep your money, and grow your money so that you are doing this the right way. With the right team in place, guys, you can drastically minimize the taxes that you're paying, right, on the monies. We talking about make your money, keep your money, and grow your money. How do you grow your money the best? If you can mitigate those taxes, guys, well, you won't completely get rid of them, but if you can reduce the amount in taxes that you pay, there's a lot more of your money that you can not only keep, but it'll also help in that growth section, right? So there are so many different tips and strategies that you can now develop or implement, right? The strategies are already there. You just need to learn them and start to begin to implement them. But diversification is a key. And until you start to diversify, you will not understand these different strategies. Because if you keep going with that 9 to 5 mentality, okay, you then start to miss out on a lot of opportunities that may be available to you. That's the message that I'm trying to get out to you today. But diversification at the core of the thing is extremely important. As we talk about making your money, keeping your money, and growing your money, but it's also important because of risk. There are different levels of risk that are involved. So oftentimes, if you've ever spoken with a financial investor, they'll ask you about your tangible assets versus your intangible assets, right? And think about it. Is a tangible asset more or less risky than an intangible asset? And I'm hoping that you're saying a tangible asset, right, is less risky. Why? If it's tangible, I can touch it, I can feel it. I can touch and feel a house, right? And even though there are ebbs and flows in the market, price of the home's going to go up, price of the home's going to go down. There are still different things that I can do. So diversification helps to protect you from the risk, right, that you can potentially run into. Not potentially, the risk that will happen, because things are going to happen, right? Politics are going to impact different things. The markets are going to go up and down. The economy changes. So there's so many different factors that influence this as to why investment diversification is important. Okay, so what are the different vehicles as far as diversification of your assets that I want to share with you? We've all heard about, so your traditional savings at your bank. Okay, you can have a traditional bank account, you can have your CDs, you can have your money market account at your bank. All right, those are very low risk, but they're low reward items of diversification. But it does not mean just because they're low risk that you should not have some of these things in place. If you're just starting out, then absolutely you must have this in place. Why? Because there are different things. I talked about the Ultra FICO score the other day, right? Ultra FICO score goes back to your bank account. So you need to have that bank account established to be able to do those things. So even though those are low risk, low reward investment opportunities, if you will, not much of an investment. It's just a place to hold your money. And in many cases, if you leave it there too long, you're losing money. Okay. So investment diversification helps to protect you from these things such as inflation, right? Inflation is what causes the power of your dollar to be either go down or to go up. And when you think about it, $500 today buys way less than $500 did back in the 80s. All right? That is the impact of inflation on your dollar. That's the impact on the ability of your monies to be able to purchase a certain amount of things. So this concept of investment diversification is huge once you master and understand just the basics. You don't have to understand everything about it. What you do have to understand, though, is the ROI. What is the return on my investment inside of each of these investment vehicles? The return on your investments, and hopefully you figured out a pattern so that your return on your investment beats inflation, okay? On average, inflation is about 3%. However, some years it's above that, some years it's below that. We don't know exactly what that is until we actually go in and start doing the research. So you got to do the research as you go through this investment diversification process. So we talked about some of those vehicles today. Money market instruments. There are two different types of money market instruments. I'm not talking about the traditional money market account that you can have at your bank or credit union, but there are money market instruments out there like CDs that you can invest in. And if your bank does not have a high enough interest rate in those CDs, don't just stop there. There are also online options that you can now go to, online bank accounts that will pay you more for the interest on those CDs than your traditional bank will. Why? Because they don't have the overhead. They don't have all of those overhead expenses like a brick and mortar building and employees in the same way that a Bank of America does. So they're now able to pay you more. So in diversification along that realm, that's an opportunity when you start building your emergency funds, all right? Emergency funds, putting those in a place that you can easily get to them. So you can have money market accounts. Bonds are another great way for investing, and what percentage you diversify into bonds has a lot to do with your age. Okay. And there are different types of bonds. There are high yield bonds, there are low yields, there are some that are very risky, some that are not so risky. Good morning, Kim. Thank you for joining us as well. So you got to look at the different opportunities. Bonds are great because they're typically guaranteed by some type of governmental body, okay, in some cases. Now, there are corporate bonds as well, but you have to do your due diligence to see which one of those you will be investing in to make your money, keep your money, and grow your money. You all know about mutual funds. We've talked about those over and over and over. The thing about mutual funds, guys, is 97% of mutual funds do not beat the markets. 3% of them do. When I say beat the market, I mean outperform them as far as your ROI is concerned, the return on your investment. So that percentage that you're going to make, right, that's going to not only allow you to beat inflation, but also to grow your money, that compounding interest concept that we've talked about so many times on the show. And then, guys, looking at stocks, there are great opportunities there, but you have to educate yourself so that you know exactly what are the better opportunities for you. What are the best opportunities depending upon your goals as far as your investments are concerned. And then, of course, investing in real estate gave some really great ideas, especially if you don't have a lot of money right now, but you want to invest in real estate. Crowdfunding is an amazing tool, guys. You're pooling your money with other investors and getting an ROI. You're getting a return. Earlier this week, guys, I shared with you about Fundrise. Okay? Guys, don't sleep on your opportunities. I hope that you went and you actually checked them out and looked at the returns on some of those REITs that they've received over the past years. They've outperformed the market in the majority of their years. So what does that mean? That compounding interest is going into your account. Okay? Make your money, keep your money, and grow your money. You can set it up to reinvest it like you can with stocks, reinvest your dividends, or you can have it added to your bank account. Either way, guys, it grows your pool of monies that are available to you. So these options, these opportunities to diversify are tremendous when you utilize them in the right way. When you take the opportunity to actually say, okay, these are my goals, right? This is what I want to accomplish. These are the vehicles that I'm going to use to get there. And then truly have a plan that you actually take notice. When I say take notice, that means have some time on your calendar that you've set aside where you'll actually be going in and actually monitoring progress. And if things are not going the way that you hope they should go inside of your investments, then what do? You change the plan, you adjust, you modify, you do what you need to do to make sure that you stay on track. But you don't know whether or not you're on track unless you go in and pay attention to the numbers, right? And we're quick to say, we're quick. Women, I hear this all the time. I'm not good with numbers. Yes, you are. You just haven't taken the time to do so. If you take the time to do so and start looking at it, and when it comes to your money, I bet you will not allow a single dime, dollar, or whatever to get out of place when you start paying attention to it. So there are tremendous opportunities out there, guys, when you start diversifying. And the other method for diversification, guys, we talked about starting a business as well. Good morning, Antoinette. Starting a business is another type of investment. You say, what? Yes, it is. It is definitely another type of investment. There are countless stories out there of people that can be shared who have started businesses. Those businesses have grown. They've sold the business to another entity or another group or person, and then they started another business, right? They made their money off that business, sold it, started another business. Businesses are investment opportunities. Those are potentially great assets for you that you can now pass on to your family and that you can continue to pass on for generation to generation. We also talked about, guys, the beauty of this, when we talked about the real estate components versus owning the business. If you own a business, you can buy real estate in your business's name. Did you know that? You can buy these opportunities. Your business can go out there and invest in tax lien. Guess what? The asset value of your business now increases. Why? Because your business now owns that land, or now owns that real estate, or now owns that opportunity. So there are different ways. We were talking about that outside of the box thinking. You got to think differently from where you currently are. And how do you start to think differently, guys? You get a coach, because a coach gives a different perspective, right? A coach that is not going to sugarcoat it for you. A coach that is going to come in and say, hey, these are the things that you need to be looking at. You've been doing X, Y, and Z for how long? How's that working for you? It's not. So you now need to figure out what are the things that you can do differently that are going to help you make your money, keep your money, and grow your money, guys. Case in point, how many of you understand a financial statement completely, right? If you don't understand a financial statement completely, compare it to your report card from school. You knew what your report card meant, right? Those are your A's, B's, C's, D's, and F's for some people, right? Not shooting on anybody who didn't do so well in their report card. Does anybody ask for your report card now that you're grown? Does anyone ask for your report card now that you're grown? Many cases, the chance is no. Nobody's asking for your report card. What they are asking for as you move forward in life is your financial statement, right? You need a financial statement to get a house. What are your expenses? What's coming in? What's going out? What are your assets? What are your liabilities? They're going through all of that and looking at that for every aspect of your life, even down to getting jobs today, y'all. So are you diversified in your investments? If you're not, I highly suggest or recommend that you do what you need to do so that you can move in that direction. Guys, you ready to have a conversation with me? I can help guide you in the direction that you need to go so that you can make your money, keep your money, and grow your money. Contact me at bit.ly/talk-to-Lynn. That's bit.ly, L-Y/talk-to-Lynn. Guys, I'm Lynn Demmons, America's #1 financial rebound coach. Yeah, I said it, America's #1. Don't forget, go check out my website, DemmonsEnterprise.com. That's Demmons, no demons here, DEMMONS. All right, Miss Co-host, over to you.
Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Please make sure you guys go check it out. And like I said, I'm using the month of November to look at my next year, because a lot of us wait to December, January to start doing stuff. But you get so caught up in the holidays and you're not giving it your full potential. Now, you got about 2 or 3 weeks before Thanksgiving hits, another 2 weeks. So take these 2 weeks and be intentional about where you want to go and what you want to do. The quote that I shared with y'all yesterday that I said y'all was going to hear a whole lot of, it's not by Gloria Fent. It is by Audre Lorde, who was a Black feminist and activist. And she really started in the Black community, the LGBT movement. And yeah, I forgot a T, LGBT, sorry, movement. And she did a lot of writings and poetry, but I didn't know that was her original quote. I thought it was because the person who I quoted didn't reference her. She stated it as if it was her own quote. So that's called plagiarism. So
at its finest. At its finest.
Yeah, but in her defense, when I tweeted it out and I was like, hey, Gloria, thank you. She was like, you're welcome, but it's not my quote. I got it from. But in the book that you wrote, you didn't reference that, lady. So just be mindful when let's give quotes where they're due. All right. So the fearless thought for the day, and I didn't have that quote with me today, but don't worry, I'll have it with me on Monday because y'all gonna hear so much of it. So the fearless thought for the day is, and this is something me and the girls always talk about it, so I thought I'd share with y'all. I'd rather attempt to do something great and fail than attempt to do nothing and succeed. Now,
Yep.
I tell the girls that all the time, but I don't necessarily put it in those words. I tell them, I would rather you go all out on your dreams and whatever it is you want to do in life, and it not work, than you to sit here and complain and tell me everything and then you do nothing. You complain about your shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and you're successful at that. Whether you do nothing or not, you are successful at that. And I read a quote the other day. It said, people who have nothing to do must be exhausted because you can never stop doing nothing. Have you ever talked to somebody? Doesn't that make perfect sense? Like it just hit, Lynn. It's got to be exhausting to say, when you ever call somebody, what you doing? Nothing. That has got to be exhausting because you never stop doing nothing. That's your state of being all the time. And so you are succeeding at doing nothing. So don't call me well, you know what? You can call me so I can tell you this. Call me so I can tell you.
I think you better call Tyrone.
Call me so I can tell you. You doing nothing, you are succeeding at that. If you're complaining, you're succeeding at that. If you're positive, you are succeeding at that. But when you keep saying you ain't doing nothing, guess what? You tired because you're doing nothing. You can never quit doing nothing because it takes work. It takes more work to do nothing than it does for you to do something.
Let that marinate for a second.
Woo, well, wait a minute.
Right.
I'm just saying, it takes a lot of work to do. You have to be intentional on doing nothing. That takes great intention. Like to come home and be like, you know what, I'm not doing a thing today. And you, some people are so fabulous at that. They deserve awards at doing nothing because they are great at that. And that's something I don't understand. And you know what I had to get out of is stop being, I would get so angry at the person. Like, and I think it's because I could see so much potential in them, but because they're so busy and sometimes you get caught up. Some people are so caught up in complaining, we don't know how to think any other way. And so they can't see it nor hear it because their do nothingness has taken over their entire life. Like, come on, y'all. Do you think Jesus put you here to sit there and watch TV 24/7? Like 24. Like, don't you get tired of watching TV? That's just my. So today, I'd rather you attempt to do something great and fail than attempt to do nothing and succeed. Please attempt to do something, because if you don't go, you will never see. If you don't try, you will never know. So you can't tell me you had a dream and then we asked, did you try? You was like, nope. I was scared. I was this and that. So let's take excuses out of it today. If your intent is to do nothing, please understand you're going to be way more exhausted than I will ever be in life. All the time, because your body needs activity just like your brain is a muscle that needs activity. If you do not use it, and me and Lynn both are a perfect example. Lynn has started walking. I've been doing my squats. What happened when we start walking and doing squat? 2 in, you be like, Lord, my chest about to cave in. Like, you can't breathe. Imagine what your brain is. Your brain is pure mush because you have been so intent on doing nothing. So please exercise your brain this weekend. Take some time to think about it. And I'm going to paraphrase that quote. It says, when you become intentional or passionate about the strength of the service of your vision, you become what you're afraid of becomes less and less important. So when you become intentional about your vision and the strength of it, then it becomes less important what you're afraid of. Meaning, if you focus on what you're supposed to be doing, you don't have time to be afraid. Period.
Yes.
You don't have time to be scared. You don't have time to think less than, and then you find out that you don't have time to do nothing. So I'm just, I'm just giving some friendly advice today, because we are trying to live past crazy in our life and our finances, because that's what it's all about. So I'm trying to keep you guys from, what I want to say.
Do you really want to live past crazy? I'm just asking for a friend.
That's what I was trying to say. Do you really? Because some folk, like, and my daddy say, some folk like to talk to hear themselves talk. And his favorite quote at McDonald's was, he said, boy, you wouldn't work in a pie eating factory. And it wasn't till I was older that I got that. I was like, what does that mean? It means if your job was to sit there and eat, you so lazy you wouldn't even eat, because they told you it was a job. Well, I'm just saying. I'm full of euphemisms today.
I'm sorry, but I need that job. Anybody?
Yes, Lynn need that.
I'm your girl. Okay.
Right,
Call me.
Right, Lynn. You all in that one, right? All right, God. Please make sure that you do something. I would rather attempt to do something great and fail than attempt to do nothing and succeed. Are you succeeding at doing nothing? And please understand, if that's your life goal, there is no judgment here. This is a judgment-free zone. I'm going to love you regardless. Please understand, I'm going to trip over myself trying to give you the tools that you need to do something other than nothing, because I believe that you are great, and I know you're great, and I know greatness is inside of you. You just need somebody to give you permission to do what you know you need to do. So today, I'm giving you permission to be great. I'm giving you permission to let your little light shine. I am giving you permission to go out and change the world. I'm giving you permission to be who you are. Period. Let's not do nothing anymore. No more. Let's mess up that whole sentence. Let's not do nothing. Not do nothing no more. That's 5 double negatives in one sentence. Miss Foster, in my English professor class freshman year that I failed, she would be very proud of me. How did I end up failing freshman English and majored in English? I will never know. That's not the point. The point is, guys, please do something. Be motivated to do something today. I'd rather fail at being, I'd rather attempt at doing something great and fail than to attempt to do nothing and succeed. So please go out there and do something today. But if your intent is to do nothing, I hope you succeed at that as well. And you probably are. There's some people that got PhDs and doing nothing. They got PhDs and complaining and everything else too. But your thoughts are your actions, and your actions are your reality. So there you go. Oh, thank you, Miss Kimberly. I appreciate you. Good morning to Shayna. I know Minister Valerie and Minister Kim got a scripture to go along with that topic. Somewhere there's got to be something. Minister Valerie, she be on it. She sent me one yesterday that worked out just great for me. It might be the one with the 5 talents. I don't know. I just know I don't want to die an unfulfilled life, an unlived life. I want to just live it all out, and I might as well go through the insane than to sit there and be afraid or timid because I didn't do it. Because in reality, I'm a shy person. What, Lynn?
That reminds me, I forget which book this is in, but the richest place on this earth is the cemetery.
Yes.
It's the people who died with their dreams within them.
Yep.
That's crazy.
And do you want to be that person?
You
Your
can't go
dream could change mankind, and you holding on to it, boo. Why?
Right.
Why? Thank you, Tashana. The more you fail, the more you should say. At least you figure out what ain't working. I done failed so many times, honey. We ain't even gonna talk about that. It don't matter. What next? Whatever. I tried that. Okay, great. Let's go do something else. Be excited that you are actually doing action instead of excited, because there's never any real failure. You just actually learned a lesson on what not to do or what to do better. So the world is waiting for you. So we ain't got time, boo, for you to be sitting on a stool or do nothing. Get up and work. Yep, at least you can say you can try. You tried. I'd rather attempt to do something great and fail than attempt to do nothing and succeed. All right, guys, I hope you have an amazing, amazing weekend. Please be safe out here on Friday. We will be back. I sort of kind of forgot that we were coming back this evening because it's our 1-year anniversary. Woo! So we will be back on tonight to celebrate our 1-year anniversary. And I forgot a whole lot. So I set up a calendar system for me and my family, and it's working for everybody but me. So I got to go back to the drawing board. At least I tried. That might have failed, so I'm going to have to go get me I'm going to have to go back to pen and paper, because I tried to be all electronic, but I'm a pen and paper kind of person. So I'm going back I bought me my little calendar, and I write everything out so I know. Because once I write it, I know it. If I don't write it, I don't know it. Thank you, Mr. Shana. We love you. All right. Got anything else, Lynn, you want to tell them before we leave?
Thank you, Candace. Well, yep, guys, it's our anniversary. Okay, that was all messed up. Yeah. Anyway. At least I know it. I'm not like JoJo.
Okay.
Okay,
I forgot, y'all. I forgot. Lord, I forgot. Ooh, gee, I knew there was something going on. I just couldn't remember what it was. And that's why I love my girlfriend, because like Rosie said, I play in the girlfriend weekend, and I forgot it was this weekend. So yeah, and then I tried to get out of it. I think they might have called me some names. I'm about positive they called me some names. But I'm coming to girlfriends weekend anyway. We're gonna have a good time. So all right, Lynn, anything else before we close out?
Guys, don't forget, if you're ready to have that conversation about which route you should take and where you should go first and making your money, keeping your money, and growing your money, if you want to learn more about stocks, you say, well, Lynn, wait a minute. What about investing in real estate? Oh, wait a minute. I might want to go this business route. Call me. bit.ly/talk
when you need a friend.
Right. Call me. bit.ly/talk to Lynn. Okay. That's what you do. All right. Guys, have a great Friday.
All right, guys, please make sure you share this video. It would be amazing if we could get about 10 to 15 shares today for our anniversary. Even though we started November the 1st of last year, it would be a great anniversary present if we could get some more shares on here. And if your friends and family do not have Facebook, please send them over to our YouTube channel, where we are how many I say, Lynn?
You said what, 214?
Yeah, counting yesterday. 214, 214 shows over there, and they are by topic, so you can pick any one you want. So go over there and make sure you subscribe and share the video. So just in case you missed the Fearless Morning Show and you don't want to be scrolling looking for us, you can just go right on over to YouTube and find it. So I hope you have an amazing, amazing day. Y'all, please go out there and live your best dream. Write it down today. At least write it down. Write down that insane dream. Because I wrote mine on the board in the office, and up under it, my family was like, "Ma, what about the money?" So up under it, I think I showed you guys. It said, "God asked me for the plan. He did not ask me for the money. I'm doing what he told me to do. He told me to write it down. He didn't say, JoJo, go find the money. He didn't tell me. He said, write it down. That's all he asked me to do. So that's what's on my vision board. Write out them insane things today. He told you to write it out. He didn't ask you where you gonna get the money from. He didn't ask you nothing else. He said, write it out. So let's start with that. How about that as we get ready for the new year? What are you gonna say, Lynn?
That's it, guys. We'll see y'all next week, bright and early on Monday morning. Thank you so much for joining us for the Fearless Morning Show. Share, 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 because sharing is caring, y'all. Okay, I'm out.
Lynn, what time we coming back tonight?
We're coming back tonight at, I think it's 8 o'clock. But
Okay.
I'll touch base with you to make sure. We'll post it on the Fearless Morning Show page as well. We're going to let you guys know we're going live tonight. We'll be going live from 2 different locations. It might be a lot of music in the background where I am, so I'll decide where I'll be broadcasting from. But I'll keep you guys posted. We decided to do we're going to be in North Carolina and South Carolina broadcasting live tonight. All right, y'all?
There we go. It's our anniversary. So y'all make sure y'all shout us out for our anniversary. Please make sure you share the video with your friends and family and tell them about how to live past crazy in their life and their finances. I hope you have an amazing weekend. We see you here this evening. If you can't join us this evening, bright and early on Monday morning at 7:15. Have a good one, guys.
Signing off.